Hello, hello, and hello. I'm just gonna try. Hey guys. I'm trying to set up my camera sec just to make sure it's okay. Yes, I am in my onesie and I'm sat on the sofa because it's Saturday and this is literally my life. But I just figured I might as well jump on here and crochet at the same time because that's literally what I'm doing. In onesie on the sofa crocheting. So I'm just doing, as you guys can see, we're on a different place today. We're actually in the living room just chilling on the sofa. So I did have to do a lot of setting up, so I'm just making sure everything looks decent before we get started. And as usual, once you move one thing, everything becomes a bit dramatic, so just making sure it's not affecting the stream. And if you can hear something that sounds like a washing machine, it is a washing machine. We have some washing on. It's gonna be done soon, apparently 8 minutes, but because it's washing and you know washing machines like to lie, let's just call it a good 10 minutes and it will be done. So just bear with if you can hear any background noise, but I think apart from that we should be good to get started. I was trying to see if I can zoom you guys in more, but I'm just not, it's not working right now, which I'm not happy about. Let's see. I literally feel like I'm moving this everywhere I can. Let's see, does that even affect the stream? Yeah, it does, so that's good. Let's move it a bit one more, just because I really want it to be a bit more zoomed in. Let's see. Okay, I don't think I can get this to zoom anymore for some weird reason. Let's just see canvas size. That's enough fumbling about. We're just gonna call it, it is what it is. This is how the stream is gonna look today. I hope that's okay. I hope everyone is having a good weekend, and this is where we are. So far so good. This is where we left off right last time. I know I did say I'm gonna try and come back and do some more. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't had the time, so I haven't come back and done any more. This is literally where I left off last time, just, and we are still using the 15mm hook for this project, and this is where we are. So far so good. Just working on the green on the side, so let's continue. Honestly, I would buy the cyan again if it didn't have so many industrial knots. It's just so much of it that I can't actually justify buying the cyan anymore, which is a shame because I really like the color. But it's just, yeah, it's every 2 seconds there is a knot, and just causes so much delay on a project, and it's not a good look either. You don't want to have to, it's not something anyone wants to deal with, to be fair. And I don't want to keep having to deal with it. Stop, stop. Not good, not good at all. What's going on here? Yeah. This one. There is two. I think I'm just gonna use all the half ones floating around because they do need to be used, and at this point there's so many of them, I just don't think I can get away with not going through the whole process. That can be better. Alright, haven't I been okay, I have been connecting. Well, I hope I have been, because if not, that would not be a good look. Already time to join. Let's finish this one up. Just checking that is not too see. Oh, it is a pink sofa. Thank you. Thank you very much. Absolutely love it. We literally just found this not too long on sale, and when I tell you, it's absolutely the dream sofa we've been eyeing up for a minute, and it got delivered this week. Yeah, it is so comfortable. It's hard to get out of, honestly. How are you? How is your week? What have you been up to? It is super cozy. I'm not even gonna lie at all. What are you up to? What's your weekend's plan? Weekends. Let's get the next roll of yarn ready. Oh, no. Do not go too far. Do not go too far. On the conversation about a pink sofa, is it so crazy? I mean, I've been looking for a pink sofa for a very long time. So when my husband saw it in the store, he was literally like, "You are going to just pass out because this is your dream sofa." I mean, we both love it, don't get me wrong, but I just find it so funny how dramatic everyone is being, especially people just being like, "Oh, doesn't he mind?" And it's like, it's not actually, is it actually that dramatic to have a pink sofa, especially in this day and age? Like, it's 2025. Guys, let me know what you think in the comment section, because I personally didn't think it was that dramatic. I was just really glad because it's something I've been wanting for a hot minute, and I actually did find it, and for a very decent price as well, and all that stuff. But I've just found it quite funny how people have been acting about it, in terms of asking, does he like it, or is he okay with it? And it's like, I have to be like, yeah, he's the one who even spotted it before I did. Like, I'm not actually sure I would have found the sofa if he hadn't found it. So I'm kind of curious to see what other people think. Like, what do you guys think? You guys think it's just so crazy to have a pink sofa, especially 2025? Or am I the one who is, am I the problem, should I say? Because I don't think I'm the problem. I think a pink sofa is modern. It's fine. Don't think it's that dramatic. But let me know what you guys think. If you think it is dramatic to have a pink sofa, I want to hear. Oh, This is the last row for green before we move on to red. Actually, I'm going to move on to green on the other half as well. Trying to keep it as even as possible. So I like working on both legs at the same time. As tempting as it is to just work on this leg, because I can sort of see progress, I don't want to have the other leg, I don't want to leave the other leg behind for too long in case there is anything that needs to be changed or corrected. I can do that as we go. I'd much rather see what's happening now rather than later. If you guys watch part 1 and 2, actually part 1 I made the legs very differently, and I had to come back at part 2 to make some corrections because I had no idea, if we're being honest, what I was doing with the seams, and I definitely I did not do a good job, let's just say that. And then I had to take a break and then literally come back with fresh eyes. So I ended up fogging most of what I did in part 1 and literally having to do the seams again, which I'm pretty glad I did. I am trying to finish this project in time for a shoot, but at the same time I would rather not come back later to start fogging and working on it completely from scratch. So I'm actually glad I made those changes when I did, because when I tried it before it wasn't baggy at all. It was quite constrained around the ties, but now it is very baggy, which is what I wanted, and not that constrained around the ties at all, which I'm very, very happy with. It's been a very interesting learning process, and I'm glad that I got to do this experiment. If anyone is unsure, this is literally my first time ever making any sort of shorts, trousers, joggers, so it's been a learning process for me, but I think I got a hang of it pretty quickly. There's so many resources when you're learning to crochet. I just had to watch a few videos and I was like, okay, cool, can make the rest up as I go. Which is pretty much what I do on a regular. Just looking because I have reached the end. I'm just trying to figure out where I want to have the join in. I think I'm gonna have it on this side, so I might come back, almost come back around if the yarn actually travels that far. So let's see. I first I was gonna make them exactly the same, like start and stop each row at the same places, but I'm not a fan of such symmetry, so I decided to just make the lines a bit more scattered in terms of where each row starts from, and I'm not mad at that. Ugh, crack crack. Do, 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 do. I think I'm currently working on 4 or 3 projects at the moment simultaneously. Like, I dropped one project and picked this one up a few minutes ago before I started setting up for this live stream. I have projects that I'm working on that is like, okay, this needs to be done, this needs to be finished. I have one that I'm working on and it's like, oh, it's a bit experimental, I'm still trying to figure out what it is. And then I have projects that I just work on and it's not actually working on, I'm just chilling with it, if that makes sense. Like, I just crocheting to rest. And my husband find that funny because he's like, what do you mean you're just decomposing? Decomposing? That's not the right word, is it? Decompressing. It's like, what do you mean you're decompressing? You have a crochet on your arm. And it's like, yeah, but this is not, this is a relaxing project, you know what I mean? This is a project I do just to relax, so I'm currently doing just to relax. And I don't know, I don't think that's weird at all. I feel like anyone else who crochet or knit might be able to relate with me on that. You need a project for, like, okay, I'm working on this, and you know, I need this to finish, I have an end goal in mind. And you need an experimental one where it's like, oh, I'm trying out a new technique and I'm just, you know, seeing what stick, and I'm just trying a whole lot of things in it and seeing what stick. And then you need a project where it's just like, oh yeah, I'm just crocheting, you know? Anyway, that's how I feel. And I do have a few of those going on at the moment, and I absolutely love it. I feel like it's such a good balance of different things at the same time. Okay, a few more rows to bring this forward. This is all the green yarn left in this bowl. On one hand, I'm tempted to actually finish it. On the other hand, I'm tempted to stick to the not so planned plan and just stop where it feels like it needs to be stopped at. We'll see. I am gonna stop the grain on here. Let's see, do I have a scissors close by? This is our progress so far. I think it looks really great. So I just need to do the same on this leg to bring it to speed. So time to swap to the red yarn. Not the red yarn, what am I talking about? The green yarn. So we can bring this up to speed. I wish. What made you start crocheting? When I was in school in Nigeria, like when I was pretty young, we used to have like different things trend at different times. And I remember for some reason, a particular cute crochet hat started trending. Like everyone was making it for absolutely no reason, and everyone was wearing it. And the fun thing about it was you had to make yours to wear it. I don't know if that makes sense. So obviously you don't want to be left behind with trends and stuff like that. So once it started trending and everyone was wearing a crochet hat, I also wanted to wear a crochet hat. So I also joined the trend, made mine, and that was that. Not even gonna lie, I made mine and I made the crochet hat and I wore it for a few weeks. I'm not even sure it even trended for months. It's just for a few weeks. Everyone had their own hat and we all like, you know, felt pretty good about it, wore it for a bit, and then moved on with my life like you do. And then I came to the UK. I'd completely forgotten about crocheting and stuff like that. I came to the UK and I think it started trending again at some point when I came to the UK, and I was like, oh, this is really fun. I remember I know how to do this because I've actually crocheted a bit before, but then I picked it up as if, like, you know, it was quite an easy thing for me to pick back up. I was like, oh yeah, I remember I know how to do this and stuff like that. And I picked it up and I crocheted for a bit during that time, but unfortunately it wasn't that fun. I wasn't able to crochet just for the fun of it. It became more of a chore. So I ended up not crocheting again. After that I was like, oh yeah, that wasn't fun. I didn't quite enjoy that, and I stopped doing it. But in that time I'd learned a few skills. I also like made a few things. I was like, oh, this is good. If I could have fun with this, I'll do this more. But I didn't have time and I didn't have fun with it, so I stopped. And then after a while, like after a few years, over 3 years, actually 4 years, this point I've already moved on to fashion. Like I'd already moved on to like trying to make my own clothes and alter my own clothes and all that stuff. I sort of started crocheting again, but just because I needed a hobby. I realized I actually found it quite therapeutic. I found it quite relaxing because this time I was crocheting at my own terms, if that makes sense. So I was just like, yeah, why not? So I started crocheting again. It was fun. And I was just doing it as a hobby. It was nothing serious, just something I'd do to relax and stuff like that. It's only been in the last 2-3 years that I've taken it up seriously, where I've gone to make a whole channel about it and all of that stuff. Before now, it's been something I sort of pick up here and there kind of thing. So yeah, that's kind of how I started crocheting. In terms of why, I'm not exactly, I mean, why was because, you know, I can, and I make clothes, and it was like, okay, cool, I can make, you know, a combination of both crocheting and non-crochet projects, which I found quite exciting. I do upcycle clothing, and essentially. So I just thought it was a too good medium to combine together. And yeah, that's pretty much the story of me and crocheting. I cannot knit to save my life. To answer your second question, if I can knit, I honestly cannot knit to save my life. I bought a knitting pin. Is that what you called a hook? And I was gonna try and give it a go, but I haven't gotten around to it. Honestly, I haven't been able to give it a go yet. I find knitting terrifying. I have a weird way of holding pen, holding crochet hooks, holding anything. So I feel like the way I hold things and the way knitting is done just don't align. But I am hoping that next year I'm gonna do more knitting. Because I was watching what's it called? There is a knitting show now on TV, well, in the UK at least. And I was watching it and I was like, I actually can't even apply for something like this because I cannot knit to save my life. I know there's a lot of projects that involve them doing crocheting, but the majority have to be able to knit. And I'm like, this would be fun to get into, but I cannot knit. I can only crochet, and I think they need people who can do both. So yeah, that'd be exciting to be able to be a part of it. But other than that, we'll see. Maybe next year I can take that up as a challenge. This year I really wanted to make most things in my wardrobe, and I think so far so good. I've done a great job. So next year I can focus on skills and building more like techniques and skills for my crochet projects. And then we can try our hands on knitting and see how we get on. Although I do have the knitting machine, and even then I find it quite overwhelming. It's taken a very long time to even get a grasp of how that works. But yeah, we do what we can. And also, I'm not gonna lie, where I know I can crochet and crocheting is fine, and there's so many techniques in crocheting that I still want to learn, especially with stitches. I'm not like in a hurry to learn to knit, if that makes sense. I'm not like, oh my god, I need to learn to knit. I'm just sort of like, ugh. I'm not in a hurry, guys. I think that's a bad thing, isn't it? I should want to always improve, I know, but at the same time I feel like sometimes you find your thing and you find your thing and you stick to it. Am I being silly? Let me know in the comment section. What do you guys think? Think I'm not being ambitious enough, or, I find my thing and I find my thing. This is what I mean about this yarn. So much industrial knots is absolutely sad. It's sad. I have this tiny one here. I might as well use this first since I have to add already. Whew. The easiest way, in my opinion, to start with crocheting is to watch a lot of videos, because I'm the type of person who I have to see to be able to do, if that makes sense. I'm a visual learner, and I feel like it's one of the easiest way. There's so many resources, there's so many videos online, there's videos on YouTube, there's videos on TikTok, there's even videos on Pinterest showing you all the different patterns and ideas and stuff. And there's so many tutorials that cater to beginners, like so many, where it's like, oh, this is how you get into crocheting, this is everything you need to know as a beginner, all of that good stuff. Guys, I'm not very happy with that. Let's do that again. All that good stuff. So I would say the easiest way to do crocheting is start by watching videos. Watch tons of videos, get different ideas, get a kind of like understanding of what you need and all the tools and equipment you need. Get a piece of paper, write it all down, and then just start off small. Don't try and make anything, just try and make little like sample sizes of different things, like of nothing, let me just say, of just pattern. Try different crochet hooks, try different crochet patterns, and build your confidence from there. Because I feel like if you try and be like, oh, I'm gonna make a scarf, I'm gonna make a hat, I don't know, I feel like that's too much. I have so many random squares of nothing that I've just crocheted just because I was testing out like patterns, or I was testing out the sizes, I was testing out a yarn, and now I can like look at a yarn and be like, okay, cool, I can make this with it, or I can try this with it, because I've literally like, I started by not giving myself pressure. So I would say that is the easiest way to definitely start crocheting, or to get started with crocheting. Do your research first, so you're not wasting money buying unnecessary things. I think I went to my friend's house a few days ago, and she was learning to crochet. Her mother-in-law was teaching her how to crochet or something like that, and she's gotten a crochet needle. I believe it was like at a size 3 or 2. I was like, babe, you need to get one bigger. Like, you need to start with at least a 5, 6, or even 7, in my opinion, because a 3 or 2, I feel like, is a very small crochet hook, and that's something you should be using as a pro, not something you should be using as a beginner, in my opinion. I wouldn't say go jumbo like me. Don't go straight to a 10 or 11 and stuff like that. Again, I started crocheting, and I started realizing I actually prefer a bigger hook and bigger crochet yarns, because yes, I get projects finished quicker, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't want to be working on the same thing for a very long time because I'm not super fast. But these are all the things you find that after doing your researches and testing out things and just making samples and not putting pressure on yourself to make anything specifically, you can then figure out what works for you, what size hooks you should be working with, all of that good stuff. And I think as well, on most places you'll be able to buy a startup kit that gives you the basics, a yarn, a hook, you know, just little things you can start with, again, so you're not wasting money. But do your research first, and also be sure you want to spend every single penny and more on yarn, because yarn are not cheap. They are honestly not cheap at all. So if you're starting crocheting, you need to be committed to the life of spending pennies and pounds on yarn. I've actually made things I've been so sort of like hesitant to make because I was a little bit afraid. This year I've made a few dresses which I absolutely love. I've also made some outerwears as well, which I'm absolutely happy with. I've had a trousers on my list for like a very long time, but I never got around to it, and I'm just really glad that I'm getting to make one as well. I just think it's so fun to be able to be like, oh cool, I've made that before, I can make it again. I always say my videos is more like a pattern documentary, because I don't crochet with any pattern. I can always come back and look at the videos and be like, oh okay, this is what I did and this is what I didn't do. So it's more for you guys as it is for me, which I absolutely love. You can always come back to this video and see what I did and what worked. Okay, let's get back to the big yarn. I can already see like another knot, and I think I saw one not too long ago, but like I said, I am trying to finish the yarn that I bought, because I have a lot of yarn that I've been collecting over the years, swearing I'm going to use for a project that I just never got around to. So I am pretty happy that I am using up most yarn. One of the main reasons I've been trying to clear up all the things I wanted to make this year, so I can clear up my yarn collection. I was saying in the last, I think it was part 1, I was just saying that I'm literally trying to clear up my yarn collection so I can buy more yarn, whereas right now I feel like I have so many yarn I swear I'm gonna use, so it's kind of like, okay, you need to use those first before you can even look at more yarn in the shop sort of energy. And I'm not mad at that, I do need to use them. Okay, that should do it. No, but I wasn't sure, but I don't see why not. I'm just going to jump on TikTok for a bit. I don't have a lot of like battery so we're just gonna go in for a bit. My TikTok is literally the same as the channel. It's literally Crochet by Promise. Crochet by Promise. So I'm just gonna pop it down here. Then turn off my laptop. Ah, ah. Ooh, ooh. Ah, there we go. I don't know. How is everyone feeling about Christmas this year? I am not feeling Christmas this year at all. Like, I'm not usually a huge Christmas fan, but at least I would be like, okay, cool, end of the year and all that stuff. But even then, I'm just like, I'm so, yeah, I don't care. I really, really do not care. I mean, we don't have any decoration up this year, which I'm fine with, and all that stuff. We had a few decoration up last year, but we don't have anything up this year, which is okay. I'm not actually mad about that. But I just don't feel no festivity. I don't feel no excitement. I mean, I feel like December can might as well just be November. It could have been April. You know what I mean? It could have been any other month. I don't care at all at the moment. How is everyone feeling about Christmas or the end of this year? Let me know if I'm the only one who is just, yeah, unfazed by it. Guys, it's already another knot on this yarn. I am actually, I am not happy with it at all. It's not good. It's not good enough. I hate when I find a yarn and I'm like, oh my god, all excited for it, and there's like issues with it. Issues that you can't ignore. I'm not even gonna try and unravel that knot. Just gonna cut it and be on my way. Well, I don't see any more visible knots, so hopefully we don't have to deal with any more knots for a sec, because ugh, it's not fun. This is the most joining I've done in any project in probably ever, to be fair. I usually just stick to one yarn and just work with that, but this is what I get for trying to push myself and do something fun and interesting. Excuse me. You guys have no idea how dusty yarn is until you're working with it. I'm just like, it is flicks everywhere. Just what it is. Thanks for joining, guys, and don't forget to like the live. We are just chilling and working on this joggers. Which I am happy with the progress. So far so good. One, two, three. I want at least 4 of this green on the side. Let me know if you guys have any questions for me. We are now on the 4th row, which is pretty exciting. Need to decide where I want this to stop. Funny thing is, I'm making this horizontal. I actually prefer vertical lines on clothing, especially because I'm quite I don't want to say short, but I am 5 something, you know what I mean? Oh, I'm actually, let's see, let me have another rant. All this time I've been saying I'm 5'5", 5.5", right? I'm still gonna say I'm 5'5", 5.5", because what do you mean? I went to the doctor's recently and she weighed me. The nurse weighed me and she was like, you are 5'4" and 1. 5'4" and 1. Guys, I'm not even close to 5'5". I'm 5'4". I was like, you've got to be lying to me, because what do you mean? I'm not sure where I got the measurement of 5'4.5" or 5'5.5", but I've been sticking to that all this time. And now this lady is telling me I'm nowhere close to 5 foot. inches. I don't know how I feel about that, guys. I am going to be sticking to my 5'5". Anyone who asks me my height is going to be 5'5". Yes, you guys can hold me to say, I remember when you said you were 5'4". I do not care. I'm 5'5". I am not going to be a below 5'5" babe. I refuse, you know? Anyway, I remember this because I'm saying I'm making something horizontal where I naturally prefer something vertical because then it makes you look a bit taller. But I guess this trousers or joggers is definitely going to tell my height because of the design that I've gone for. But I'm not precious about it, if I'm being honest. I don't actually mind being short. I think most people think I'm taller than I am until they see me in person. So that's good enough, I guess. There is a reason why there is jeans. There is heels and platform shoes and everything else. So it's not like there's not a way. There is always a way. So I'm looking forward to this, being that it is horizontal. See how it looks, the grand scheme of things. Thanks for the like. I have like yarn going everywhere. I'm getting drowned in everything, but I'm comfortable, so we're good. If I was making is it called a jot? I think I'll be done by now, but I prefer a trousers or a very, very, very hot pants. I'm not really a fan of anything in between. It's either like extremely short or extremely long. I don't actually like, yeah, I don't care for it being in between at all. I can't even lie to you guys. But we are making this extremely long, or at least long enough to cover the feet. So we still got a bit more to go. So I've done the 4 rows I need. I just need to decide where to stop. I could beat the other one. When I stop about here, let's see, where did we stop on here? Oh, similar. Let's turn it around and see. Progress, progress, progress. I think I'm gonna take this to the middle. Let's see. Okay, I think that is enough. Should we see where we are? Actually, we can put this here. Let's just make sure. Actually, I think I need to go full one more roll on this side. Nah, we're good. Okay, good thing I checked because one side is still quite shorter than the other. So I think I need to go one more roll before we can move on to the other color. Let's see. Okay, that's a much better length. Do you guys see what I mean by if I was actually crocheting a short, I would be done by now, because pretty good length for a short. But we're not making a short, we are making a pair of trousers. So continuing, we shall. Let's see, you are all the way here, so I'm gonna cut. Before, I used to have so many strings and I'll be fighting for my life because there'll be strings everywhere. I don't do that no more. Oh, feels like this camera is moving. Let's see. Yeah, it should be a little bit better. I think that's better, but I'll just check. Yeah, that's definitely better. Okay, so we are good to go back to the reds. Got a few here. Our trusted yarn. I think I might actually start from here. I'm not sure why it took me so long to invest in bigger size crochet hooks after deciding to be using bigger crochet yarns like chunky yarns and jumbo yarns. But honestly, it's the best decision I've made. The tension is so much easier for me to manage and control now that I have the right hooks to work with. I am only doing about 2 to 3 rows of the red, and the reason is because it's such a vibrant, rich red, and I don't want to do too much of it, because if I do, it will completely overwhelm the grain. Although I am slightly worried that I don't have enough grain, but we should see how it goes. For now, I'm gonna stick to that plan until I have no choice. Are you kidding me? Come on. We haven't got the whole day. I'm actually looking forward to wearing this outside and seeing how I feel. In them, so I know if there's any more adjustments I need to make in the way I've made it. Let's go back a few. One roll, almost done. We're now on the second roll of red, making good progress. The red yarn is much thicker, so aside from keeping it to maximum 3 lines row, I also have to make sure the tension is tighter on this so it can look symmetrical to the green one as much as possible. I actually made a video talking about my crochet wish list. I feel like the video I made on my channel talking about my crochet wish list is almost like a New Year resolution type video as well. And I have a few things that I really want to achieve with my crocheting, and I've put that on that video. In terms of New Year resolution, I have one thing, and that is to dream bigger. And it's something I actually did say in that video as well. Like, I feel like at some point I stopped dreaming big enough. Like, I stopped pushing myself to achieve crazy things. And not to toot my own horn, but to toot my own horn. Like, I have achieved some cool stuff, and I don't know when I stopped dreaming bigger. I need to get back to that. I feel like that's literally my New Year resolution moving forward is to actually have the audacity to dare to believe that I can achieve certain things. Because, yeah, I need to have that audacity. Like, that's my New Year resolution, the audacity. If I want it to happen, I'm just going to go for it. I'm just going to have the audacity that it will happen because I want it, you know? And that's pretty much it. Nothing else, nothing more, nothing less. Anything I want, I'm just gonna go for. And I'm gonna go for it like I own that stuff already. So yeah. Being cautious, being an adult, letting life take over. I'm not gonna let that happen anymore. I'm just gonna pursue the things that I want. Like they were always meant to be mine. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But I know I gave it my all. I know I believed in myself and I know I went for it. That is how we're going to be approaching what are we going into? 2026? 2026. How time flies. What's you guys' New Year resolution? Let me know. 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 Hi, what am I making? I am making a joggers. I might actually try and pin that up. I am making a joggers, which I am looking forward to. Seeing the end result. But yeah, that's my New Year resolution, guys. The audacity to dream even bigger and to achieve bigger goals. Nothing is out of reach. You guys should share your New Year resolution. I'm actually nosy. I want to know what your New Year resolutions are. Now that we're talking about it. Also, are you big on New Year resolution or you think it's rubbish? Okay. I'm not gonna lie, I'm almost tempted to stop here, but I won't. I shall continue. Hi. Thanks for stopping by. How is your weekend going? This is all I have of this roll of red yarn. I might actually just use it all because I don't want to cut it off where it'll be such a small amount. Feels wasteful. So hopefully it's not too much because I don't want to add too much of the red, but at the same time I don't want to be wasteful. So let's see. So what, no one wants to share their New Year resolution with us? No takers? Don't be shy, guys. In here we're all fans. What's your New Year resolution? Oh, what's going on there? Better. Thanks for the like. Keep us stepping in. If you're enjoying this so far, don't forget to follow or subscribe depending on where you're watching. Really does help the channel. Perfect. So we have the red we need for the section. For those of you asking what we're making, this is what we are making. How absolutely brilliant. I am making a pair of joggers, and this is how far we have come, which is absolutely very fun. I hope it looks as cool as I think it does on. If that makes sense. It's very cozy, very comfortable, very chilled, very relaxed. So I am looking forward to having this on. I'm just gonna take a quick break and I shall be back in a sec to continue on this leg. But give me a sec, guys. A very quick break. I'm back. Oh, the sofa is so cozy. Love it. Is anyone crocheting as well? If you are, what are you making? I'm gonna start with the red on this section since we've done some here. This is the bowl I'm gonna be starting with. This I like from a project that I worked on. I don't remember what I was trying to make, but clearly that doesn't matter because whatever it was didn't get made. There we go. Next row to get started. Oh, new films. You know what? I have to agree, but it's so easy to binge watch, especially because like sometimes I'm so lazy to choose a new film. I'm just like, I'm just gonna watch something I've watched before. Just sort of having it on the background is more like because you need something on the background than you do need to watch something. I don't think I watched that many new stuff this year, but I have to agree with you. That is a really cool New Year resolution actually. Watching some more new films and new original. Have you got a list of any new film you want to see? We had movie nights yesterday by we, myself and my husband, and we watched Equalizer 3 and Gladiator 2. Absolutely brilliant movies. If I do say so myself, didn't get around to going to see them in cinema, but wow, such good movies. I'm a huge fan of Denzel Washington anyway, so I feel like he can't be in a movie and the movie won't be good, you know what I mean? So yeah, absolute perfection. Didn't really do a lot of cinema this year actually. It's been a busy year for us. And also we don't live that close to like a city, so going to cinemas or going out to eat hasn't been like so easily accessible to us like it usually would. So you haven't had like a lot of cinema this year. Hopefully we can do more film watching, like cinema visits next year. Yeah, it was definitely Denzel Washington night yesterday. It was so fun. Enjoyed every single one of them. Him being a bad person and him being a bad person for good reason. Both is absolutely lush. I think I've watched every Equalizer there is. Well, if it's 3, then I've watched all 3 of them now. You have a young. I am in my 30s. I definitely have a husband. I'm a grown woman. You know what? I was actually laughing because a few days ago someone commented on one of my videos and they were like, go off kids. I was like, kids? Is the kid in the building with us? But yeah, I am young, 30 young. I feel like being in your 30s is not that, it's not old at all, no? Although ideally, what is a good age to be like married by or married from? Not married by, because you can be married whenever. Like we don't do ageism here. But like I think from like what, 25? I know some people get married a lot sooner or earlier and stuff, which I don't think is a bad thing at all. If that's what you want and you're happy with it. There's one more coat I really want to make for my wardrobe this winter, and a few other outfit ideas that I have in mind. I need to make some more tops as well, which will be cool if I can get around to. But if this trouser is good, turns out the way that I want it to, I mean, obviously I'm happy to make adjustments to the next one. I definitely want to make more pairs of trousers as well for my wardrobe. I have found like I don't know about you guys, but I'm not enjoying shopping as much as I would love to anymore. I just don't see anything that I'm excited by. The things that I'm excited by are just extremely expensive. I'm just like, yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Don't have the money for all that right now. But other than that, there's literally like nothing in the high street that I'm like, wow, I must have that in my wardrobe at the moment. I'm finding there's a lot more things that I'm like, I have to make that for my wardrobe than I have to buy that for my wardrobe. Although with that being said, I did order a long line coat. I had to order from the men's section because of the length that I wanted. For some reason, the long line coats with the women's section, most of the time it's just super short. Like it's not floor length. I can't even speak. It's not floor length, so I had to order from the men's section, which I'm looking forward to arriving. He said he was gonna arrive today. Well, clearly it's not here. So either they're gonna be delivering it extremely late, or they're not gonna be delivering it at all today, which is fine because I wanted it for my shoot. I was hoping it'd be here before then. It isn't, but we move. It's gonna come next week in time for the shoot, then I have no complaint. But I haven't been really like having a lot of fun with my wardrobe. Hence the reason I'm making things to excite me again. So hopefully I can get back to being like, yeah, I'm very happy with the pieces I have. I need to put some stuff up for sale. I just can't be bothered with the whole haggling and going back and forth. And if I have my way, I'll just put everything up. Come, give me what you want to pay for it and be on your way. But I need to put some stuff up because we are going to be moving soon. And I don't want to take things that I'm not actually like wearing with me. So that should be good. Oh, come on. Time to join. Ooh. Next row. It's getting heavier and heavier and heavier. Perfect for winter. We are now on the third row with the red. This is gonna be the last row for this red section. Just have to decide where to stop. Just gonna have a quick look to see. Oh, actually, to the back. Okay, we should definitely be stopping here from this front section here. I think this is fine. I'm gonna stop the red on the section and move on to adding the green next. There we go. Little cut. Trying to keep this area extremely clean, so I'm not fighting any yarn. Those are the two yarn we're using, by the way. They're both jumbo yarns, slightly different in terms of texture and style, but so far so good. It's actually been quite good. The combination of the texture has worked really well. I was a little bit worried that it wouldn't, but it has worked pretty decently. I'm having to make the tension on this much looser to match up to the thickness of the red one, and I've also decided to make more section with the green than the red, so that the green sort of have a chance at standing out, because the red is pretty vibrant. Just slight adjustment, what was I gonna say? Just slight adjustment to make it work really. But yeah, other than that, it's been smooth sailing. Okay, that's all good. I went about minimum 4 rows of grain, so that should be pretty smooth sailing. I'm thinking of starting a styling series where I show how I style the things that I've made for my wardrobe, especially this winter. So that should be quite fun. But guys, like you can see, I've literally been living in onesies and snooties and comfortable clothing. Like when I mean comfortable clothing, I'm not talking cute joggers and stuff. No, I literally mean ready to be in bed, bonnet on, no stress. But I'm gonna make the efforts to show you guys at least how I style some of the stuff that I've been making. It's not gonna be on the crochet channel though. That's gonna be on my styling platforms, but I am looking forward to this. Just need to stop being lazy, do my makeup, and get the styling on the way. These are also like timeless pieces that I'm making for my wardrobe, so even if I don't style them now, I can always style them many years to come. Hence the reason I've been so careful in terms of avoiding mistakes that I don't want to have to deal with in the long run. We are now on the third row for the green. But like I said, I try to add way more green than I do with the reds, simply because of the colors and giving the green a fighting chance. So I might do, how many did I do this time? On here I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So aiming for 5 rows of green. I was low-key thinking I might be able to finish tonight, but I don't think I will be able to. And as much as I want this project to finish, I don't want to make it not fun for myself. So I'm gonna be stopping at a decent time, so I have enough time to decompress before bedtime. So we should see how much we achieve before then. Okay, 1 2 3. We're now moving on to row 4 on this section of green. biggest inspirations for my crochet project. At the moment, my inspiration is literally what my wardrobe needs. I just have, like I said earlier, I'm not feeling very excited about a lot of clothes that's out in the high street, and I'm just not feeling very excited about what I have in my wardrobe at the moment. So I have been making the things I felt like my wardrobe is missing. In terms of inspiration, the inspiration has to be realistically what I think my wardrobe is missing. Like I felt like my wardrobe was missing a lot of outerwears, some cute jumpers or knitwears and stuff like that. So that's been my focus, if that makes sense, in terms of like making. So I've just been making a lot of stuff that I can wear for the winter, for different weathers as well. But just what my wardrobe is missing, that's where my inspiration is kind of from. I like making dupes, like designer dupes as well. I haven't actually found anything that I'm like, oh, I'm dying to make and stuff like that. I saw the iPhone pockets, the sold out iPhone pockets, and I thought, oh, let me try and make that. Well, I didn't see it. My husband saw it and sent it to me. He was like, oh, look, it's something trending and stuff like that. And I did a live stream on that. So I guess that's like the latest dupe that I've done. No, actually, I also did the Alea arm warmers from last year. So that's quite fun. I also get inspiration from designers or things that I'm like, oh, this is like quite cool. I should be able to make that. Just as a challenge to myself. But yeah. And what's my biggest inspiration? What's the other question? What inspires you to start? I started my YouTube channel, honestly, I would say out of boredom. Not this channel. My first channel, I started out of boredom. And also because I was into fashion and styling, and everyone's like, oh yeah, you should share your tips and your ideas and stuff like that. So I kind of, by everyone, I mean those around me. So I sort of like started from that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're in the 5th row now, by the way, guys. I started from that, but with this channel, I started this channel early this year because I wanted to do a lot more with my crocheting. I wanted to also organize my first YouTube channel better, because every now and again I had like a random post, well, not random, but it was not niched at all and it was not organized. I was doing upcycle clothing and crochet clothing and a bit of lifestyle. It was just so much going on that one channel. I needed a space to just like separate everything that I was doing, especially with the crocheting. I just wanted an outlet to be able to post strictly crochet projects and connect with people who do the same, who love crochet, knitting, you know, arts and craft of those nature. So hence the reason I started this channel. And so far so good. We are 200 subscribers strong, which I love. And it's been fun. It's been absolute fun. getting carried away. Wait, hold on. Yep, we've done the 5 we need. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Ooh, good thing I checked, because we need to stop. There and finger knife, stop it around. So this stopped here, this stopped here. Maybe sort of in the middle. Okay. Yep. Sort of in the middle. Thanks for joining, guys. And don't forget to like, give it a thumbs up, a love hat. Our joggers is slowly growing. How exciting! Okay, I think that is perfect. Actually, I might unravel 1 2 and 3. Let's start it here. Don't want to be too close. Scissors. So this is where we are. It's growing, isn't it? Lush, lush, lush. Just gonna add the green on this section here. I can already feel the comfort that this is gonna bring. Ooh. So just like on the other side, we need to do about 5 rows of this green on this section as well. So up we go. 5 rows. Now let's go. I'm actually low-key curious to know how much further I need to go for the length. I forgot to say we're now on the second row. At the green section. We are now on row 3. Yeah, row 3. Okay, we are now on row 4. It's getting so heavy. It's insane. Hopefully my phone doesn't just go off because I'm on live on TikTok. If it does go off, then I am sorry, but my phone is about to die. I think I have like 5% left. I was trying to get to the end of this grain and show progress before I sign off TikTok. But I'm just saying this now in case it just dies. Then if you're watching from TikTok, just switch over to YouTube. My channel name is exactly the same as it is on TikTok, Crochet by Promise. And you can continue on with the progression because I'm going to be on YouTube for a minute still. If you're watching on YouTube, English. If you're watching on YouTube, you're good. We're still here. I still got energy. But if you're on TikTok and it goes off, just switch on to YouTube. And let's continue vibing on there. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. We are now on the 5th row. At least we will be soon. So which means we are coming to the end of this green section. I'm honestly so glad I'm sat on the sofa today, because the last time I was trying to hold this while crocheting, my arms were hurting at the end of it. I was just like, wow, what's going on here? So at least here, just chilling on the sofa, I can balance all the weights on myself and not on my shoulders, because I'm just a girl. Like, my shoulders could not. She just did not understand what was happening. Give this the last push. Mm, 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 mm. We are almost there. I should probably put my phone to charge after this roll. Okay, one or two more, and that is the 5th row complete. I'd rather sign off TikTok myself than for it to log off. So let's just see where we are. Oh my god, guys, it's growing. I do want to try it on so I can see how much more I need to do, but this is how much we have done. Absolutely love it. Very exciting, very fun, very chic. Thank you so much for hanging out with me on TikTok. I am signing off because my phone is dying. If you want to continue watching, hop on YouTube and continue watching, and I will catch you there if I can speak. I'm surprised my phone even lasted this much. Bye. Cool, cool, cool. Not even joke, guys. Look, 3% on this phone. She's been working hard. Okay, let's decide how far to go with the green on here. Ooh, can't even see. I need to actually try this on to see how far I've gone. I still feel like I have enough energy to do one roll of red on each side. I don't know if to do the reds then try it on, or try it on then do the reds. I'm not exactly sure, but let's finish with the green first. So this is stopped. Stop this one at the back there. Okay, perfect. So maybe we can stop this in front here. Yeah, definitely can stop this in front here. I'm just gonna put this on myself and see. Oh, I should probably try it on soon. I should actually try it on soon, because I don't want to do anything and then have to unravel. But let's just see. So section to stop. Trying to figure out the best section to stop this at. I think, okay, I'll do 2 more and then stop the grain. Have a toilet break quickly, then come and do some more red. Yep, and that's all done for the grain. Cut off the others. I cut it quite closely because when I unravel there is quite a long section, and I don't like wasting yarn if I can avoid it. So I'm just gonna have a quick toilet break, guys, and we shall be back. I might even put my phone to charge. I'm back, guys. I'm just gonna pop this ink on quickly just to see how much more I need. Oh, we're back. I think I only need one more section of red. Well, I'm only gonna do one more section of red tonight anyway, so we'll see how that goes. But I think that's all I would need, and I should be fine for length. We shall see. So that's about two and a half on each leg. We good to go. I'll start with you. No, don't do too much. I really just have to trust the breezes when I'm adding the yarn. Okay. Still thinking about adding a pocket to this. I might just add a back pocket and not worry so much about anything else. And of course, the waistline. I would say we made good progress. Had to do some fogging with this project, but not an insane amount, which is good. But we definitely made good progress. Two days through live streams. It's taking us to get here. Not bad. first roll of the red is done. Moving on to the second. So just try and tie this up a sec. I have made 2 rows of this. I need to see if, okay, there's 1/2 and that's the second half, so I think one more on this section and I can cut it off. No, actually one more, yeah, actually 2 more on this section and I can cut it off and do the same on the other side. There's one, and there's 2. Just a chain to hold it. So this is what we have. Now we just need to get this section to the same length with the red. There we go. We need about 2 rows of this because your girl is getting tired, and I learned the hard way to just stop when I get tired or too tired, because I'm using up more energy and achieving less otherwise, trying to like keep pushing. It's not always the most productive. So once I get to this red, I'm gonna start, and tomorrow I'm gonna try on, see how everything fits. So the next time we are working on this, we are gonna be just doing the final touches to fully complete it, which is not a bad place to be at. To decide if I'm gonna eat some more tonight or not. Okay, one row done. Guys, we are on the last row for tonight at least. So let us see. No, guys, this is what I mean. Why is there a... I might be able to get away with it. Let's see. Oh, I think I'll be able to get away with the knot. Yep, I will be able to. Let's see, we just need one more. Okay, I'm gonna come back and redo this part, but I think for the purpose of tonight, oops, sorry laptop. The purpose of tonight, I am going to stop here, because like I said, I've learned the hard way not to be stressing myself. When I'm done, in terms of when I'm tired, I leave the project and I breathe, which is what I'm going to be doing tonight. Although I did make it to the end, we did end up in the 2 rows, so there is 2 rows going on there, and it's also at the edge ish, so I'm gonna correct that a bit later, tomorrow or something. We shall see. I'm not sure yet, but this is what we've done so far. I really do think it's a big enough length. It is currently 21:33, which is a really good time, because I was hoping to start by 9:30, so just 3 minutes above schedule. And I do think we have what we need lengthwise. It's just now some finishing touches and making sure everything is accurate, which is a problem for another night, because tonight I am going to bed. Like well, I'm not going to bed, but I'm gonna start getting ready for bed. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I will see you guys real soon. If you watch to this point and you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. And other than that, have a lovely rest of your weekend. Mwah. Bye.